afternoon, beautiful beings of light. This is the Crone Zone, Conversation with the Ancients. I'm Priscilla, and I'm a light worker and a crone. Welcome to our show today. Last week, or I guess it was Tuesday, we talked about mindfulness and gratitude, all about frequency, right? So today we're going to start talking about the chakra system, and we're going to talk about the 7 chakra system. So with that, we'll get started in a moment, but let me first introduce Heather.
I'm Heather, and I'm a crone too, and I'm also a psychic medium. I read tarot cards, and sometimes I actually see ghosts. So it's
none in this house, though.
Yes, I do. I see David all the time.
There you go. We have ghosts in our house. I haven't seen them. Thank goodness.
Okay, and we'll start out with the reading. It's about where we are right now. At the end of the meeting and at the end of the show, we'll talk about what we need, where we need to go next. But right now, this is where we are right now. And these cards are by Rebecca Campbell, and they're the Starseed ones. I used both her Starseed and her other one.
They're beautiful cards.
Yes.
I love the readings you get from those. So this is what we need to know today.
This is what
we're at.
This is where we are right now. And so I will fan them out.
Hi, David. Hi, Gypsy. Welcome to today's show. Nice to see you here today. Thanks for joining us.
And pick out 3, which I'll put up there as soon as I pick up the cards. Whoop, dropped one. Better get it.
Later.
We'll look at it.
Later. That one hit the floor. We can't reach it.
Yeah, but it's important, so I will get it and show it to you later. Okay? So the first card we have is Jump In. That's an Andromedan energy, and that's this one here. And say yes to change. Try new adventures.
Saying go for it, isn't it?
Right, that's what it says.
Do it.
And loosen your grip. It's a coping mechanism. We don't have to have it. We have density, and it's like an addiction. Let God in. Let go. Okay, and you're not for everyone. Embrace it if you're weird. We're weird. We love it.
We like being abnormal.
Yeah. Face your true north. Not everybody else's, but your true north. So when you think about it, everything is telling you, don't be afraid, jump in, and be who you are. It's basically what all 3 of those are saying.
Ooh, I love that. That's brilliant.
And before we start out, I would like to remind you that if you have any questions while we're going through this stuff, please write them in the
chat.
That's it. The chat.
The chat.
And then we will answer them at the end of the
We'd be happy to answer any questions that you have, if we know the answer.
Yeah, if we know
Hi,
the
James.
answer.
Welcome to the Crone Show.
Yes.
Nice to see you here today, too. So today, we talked about frequencies before and how each part of your body resonates with a different frequency. So today we're going to talk about the chakra system, which is 7, it's a complex network of energy channels, and it's 7 from the top of your head to your tailbone. And the interesting thing is, this is a very ancient system, and it's been around forever, and just now the science community is finding out the different micronetworks in the human body connected with it, like our immune system, our mental health, our emotions, and our happiness are all connected. So that's really interesting that they've finally figured out what the ancients have always known. So that's great. So what people once considered just spiritual is now scientific. Woohoo!
And we have more of that coming all the time.
All the time.
All the time. Well, the chakra system began in ancient India, the country India. And its original meaning of the chakra is wheel. Like you were talking about.
The wheel from the ancient chariots of their gods. That's where they got the word from, which I found fascinating. And this is ancient in India, long before the Vedic writings even.
Right, right.
So very
and
ancient.
there are 7 main chakras situated along the spine, up the back, okay, and to the crown of your head. And each chakra is spinning like a wheel, and its energy runs along the spine. And each correlates to a different part of your body. Its function is to spin and draw in the energies of the universe.
Like chi, prana,
Right.
that type of energy.
And keep in mind, it's going to help balance and harmonize your mind, body, and spirit. Each chakra has its own vibrational frequency. You know, when we talked about frequencies, well, not only do our organs have our own, so does our chakra. It has its own color and it has its own sound.
Mm-hmm. Its own mantra.
Yeah, a mantra.
Its own yogic poses.
Even the earth has chakras. There. The root chakra is here. That's our first one as well. Then you have the sacral chakra.
Lake Titicaca.
Mm-hmm. And there's solar plexus. That's the next one. And then throat. And then the crown.
But you're not saying where they are.
Okay. The throat is in the pyramids of Giza.
Yes.
And Mount of Olives.
Solar plexus is in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Ayers Rock.
And the heart chakra is in Glastonbury Tor and Stonehenge. Everybody's heard of Stonehenge. And the third eye is...
I actually think that's in Glastonbury right now, too. It's what I've read recently.
Yeah.
It's in Glastonbury, but that one moves.
Yeah, that one moves.
Don't ask me how. I don't quite understand.
And the crown one is in Mount Caelus. So, even the world has it. But
Exactly.
let's get back to the human and take a look at the human chakras. Oops, sorry. Put it the wrong way. There you go.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, the first chakra is the root chakra, and you can see that deals with survival, and it's red. It's for the earth. It's the earth element. The color's red. It resonates at 432 hertz, and it has its own mantra, which is LAM. It's self-preservation, grounding, security. It covers the adrenals, blood, colon, and the prostate. And if it's open, you have great physical energy. You are healthy sexually, have a healthy sex drive, and you're grounded. If it's clogged for some reason, then anxiety, fear, anger, all kinds of nasties come out, it seems like. Run down, and it affects your sciatica, your lower back, sciatica, and even knee pain, your legs, ankles, feet. So.
Okay, and the second chakra is right here. And it's the sacral chakra. Its element is water. Its color is orange. It vibrates at 480 hertz. And its word is VAM, V-A-M. And I spell because I don't always speak well, so I just spell it afterwards. It's in charge, or it influences your relationships, your emotions, and your sexuality.
Yeah, and it covers relates to your reproductive organs, your bladder, your kidneys, that sort of thing.
Yeah. And when it's open, you have emotional energy. You're caring, you have warmth, you have passion, and you're able to accept change. When it's a little clogged or more clogged, you have a lot of fear and anxiety. You're resistant to any kind of change, and you have back pain and urinary and reproduction issues.
That's a lot. It's blocked by guilt, it looks like.
Yep, blocked by guilt.
Then we have the third which is the third, solar plexus chakra. Get
Yes.
that out. And that element is fire, and it's yellow, and it resonates at 528 hertz, and the mantra is RAM, RAM. It's all about your energy, vitality, and willpower. It's covers the pancreas, the digestive, the liver, and the spleen. And when it's open, you're calm and confident, less anxiety. You feel flexible, and you think clearly. So obviously, we want that
Right.
to be open. And if it's clogged, it's low self-esteem, eating disorders, digestive issues, and relates to the pancreas and the liver and the gallbladder and colon disorders. So I have a feeling I have a blocked, or at least at one time it was blocked, since I'm a type 1 diabetic.
I think
It's
so.
definitely affected my pancreas.
Yes. And our next area is the heart chakra. Its color is green. It's an air element. It resonates at 594 hertz, and its word is yam. Its word for meditation is yam. YAM. It's helps control and influence your love, your balance, your compassion, and your connection.
Would you like to go back to face?
Yes.
Let's go back to face for a bit.
Yeah, let's just talk. Anyway, it does work on your circulatory system and your heart and lungs.
Right.
Okay? When it's open, you're able to be calm, trusting, loving, and centered, balanced. It also makes giving and receiving a more easy process. I had the longest time before I could receive. I could always give, but I didn't receive very well.
Yeah, that was one of my issues too.
Yeah. I once had a teacher that said the heart, if it's happy, the rest of your body is. Well, for the most part, yes. But
Makes sense to me.
right. Anyway, if it's clogged, then you feel loneliness. You might even have asthma. You might have heart disease. And your upper back and your shoulders and your neck, and you have arm pain.
All affected by that, right?
Right.
So then we go back over, and we're at the fifth chakra, which is the throat chakra, and it's blue, and its element is the ether. It resonates at 672 hertz, and the mantra is ham.
And it has an effect on your thyroid and your parathyroid, and your third eye.
Yeah.
I mean, your throat and your neck.
Exactly. If it's open, you speak easily, you can speak in front of crowds, you're verbally creative and assertive. Obviously, that's not me. This is
yes,
very
it is.
difficult for me. But if it's clogged, there's a fear of speaking, self censorship, which is not being able to speak your truth. I don't really have any trouble with that anymore. Neck issues, teeth grinding, underactive thyroid. I have that too. So let's go back and we'll go to 6.
And 6 is your third eye, or otherwise known as the pituitary chakra. And its color is indigo. Its frequency is 720 hertz. And it has its effect on your intuition and understanding and clairvoyance.
Right. It's all about the brain and the pituitary gland, your face, your sinuses, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. And when it's open, it's inner knowing, and it's you enjoy service for other people. You like giving. You have a quietness, a serenity to you, and your intuition is working very well. When it's clogged, you got full of self-doubt, and you just trust what you hear. You have the inability to visualize. I once had an art teacher that could not visualize, and he was supposed to do stage stuff. He would have to build little models to be able to see what it looked like. I think that was
I
a
understand
problem.
that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like too.
Yeah. And it affects you. You might have headaches or sinus headaches or hearing loss and eye issues.
Right. Right. So we'll go back to card cam and have a look at the 7th crown chakra. It represents all the elements, and it's purple. My favorite color, personally. It resonates at 768 hertz, and the mantra is one of my favorite mantras. It's all about enlightenment, spiritual growth, transcendence.
It's about the whole being, your cerebrum and your pineal glands.
Exactly. When it's opened, your spiritual connection is strong. You can have a vivid imagination, clear mental imagery, and you can manifest easily. I love that part.
Yes.
If it's clogged, well, there's depression and confusion, loss of faith, and sensitivity to sound and light.
Right.
Which I find interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So those are the 7 of the human, although there are more above.
There actually are, there's a 12 chakra system that I think we're moving into as we move into the 5th dimension, into 5D. And then there's an older Vedic version there's 114.
Wow.
So I'll leave that to them.
It's all I can commonly used ones.
These are the ones we sort of understand.
Yeah, these are what
and I think make the most impact for people that would be watching us and learning.
Right.
So
how is it that we know if we have a blocked chakra? I don't know why I couldn't say that.
How do we know if we have blocked chakras?
Right. Clogged.
Clogged. Blocked.
So anyway, we might have unexplained anxiety, including nightmares. We might have a lack of inspiration and hypertension. That means just tightness here and through your shoulders and your neck. And you might have asthma.
Yeah.
It's possible. It also causes jealousy and anger and resentment, and you have a lack of purpose, or you could be otherwise and just always that's all you're doing.
Yes.
Yeah. And each chakra has a different symptom. For instance, the root chakra, if it's you feel like you're stuck, you're not good enough for anything. I know that feeling. Yeah.
I think we've probably all been
most
there.
do. Yes. And you might have pain or stiffness in your legs. And you might feel ungrounded. You might have an unsettled home life or business life. Everything might be 6s and 7s all the time. You might feel unsafe, and you definitely may feel insecure.
Those aren't nice.
No.
Those aren't nice.
Those are not nice things to
So
have
the
while you're
sacral
living.
chakra is probably just as bad. It's a lack of intimacy, unhealthy self-image, difficulty with emotional intimacy or sexual intimacy. It affects your lower back and hip mobility, and you can be easily overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So those are symptoms of the sacral chakra being
And I
sort
think
of
we've
whacked
all
out.
got some of those too. So,
Solar plexus is next.
yeah,
15. I think you're on the wrong page.
you're right. I'll find the right page. I don't know what happened to it. It was here. There it is. Alrighty. Anyway, the solar plexus chart Remember, that was the next one up. And
I can put this back up. Just let's do cards.
okay,
Whoops, card cam has flipped out.
well, we'll go back to here.
Good thing we were done.
What's wrong? Okay. Anyway, you have feelings of being powerless. I can't do anything. Does that sound familiar? And you have poor self-esteem. Now, that sounds familiar. You're constantly giving your power away. Instead of keeping it with you, you're giving it to everybody else. An example would be like, you want to do something and they want to do something, and you give your power up to accommodate them.
It's called setting boundaries.
Right.
You need to
You
have
need to set
boundaries, and you're
boundaries.
not doing that.
No.
If you're giving your
Don't-
power away.
Don't give your power away. That's what we said last week. We mean it. Okay, and you might have digestive issues, and you can't commit to anything. You know, you're kind of wishy-washy about things.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we have the heart chakra, and of course the heart chakra has inability to a fear of commitment, holding grudges. You'll have heart issues, lung issues, inability to give or receive love, allergies, asthma, tight chest and shoulders.
Yep. And the next one would be throat chakra. And this is me, except I could sing, but I could never. I had fear of speaking my truth. In other words, saying what I really thought. I just agreed with everybody. That's giving them my power.
Indeed it is.
And you're a people pleaser because you don't want any conflict. You say, oh, it's okay, that's okay, because you don't want to deal with it. But that you really have a hard time doing that. And you might have, I used to grind my teeth. That would be part of it. Grinding your teeth and the jaw pain. Sore throats and blocked feelings. And you could have a stiff or pain in your neck all the time. You know, there's always just a little bit off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you can do that with that.
So, next would be the third eye chakra. And that's struggling with the meaning of life, struggling with your spirituality, difficulty making decisions, headaches, tension in your forehead. I sometimes get that feeling that something's binding all the way around across my forehead and around the back.
I would get those with migraines. Oh,
Yes.
man, I felt like it was in a vice.
Brain fog and feeling a lack of separation, like you don't really belong anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
So,
The last one is the crown chakra. And we went through some of those things. But in the crown chakra, you might be lonesome. You feel like you're insignificant. You're kind of aimless wandering around. Or you might be attracted to achievement and material objects. I mean, you've got to have this, or you've got to achieve this and this. But they call them overachievers, I think.
right.
Anyway, you can have migraines and tension headaches. I used to get a lot of tension headaches. And you're unable to see somebody else's point of view. All you see is yours, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Narrow-minded.
Yeah,
Very narrow-minded.
exactly.
That's not good.
And you have difficulty connecting spiritually. So what causes blockages? There are 3 parts of it. In the physical part of blockages, you could end up with hardening of the arteries, cysts, tumors, and
Heart issues? Yeah. All
Yeah.
kinds of things like that.
poor diet. You don't want to exercise.
Right.
Don't want to do anything. On the emotional level, what causes it is anxiety and depression and addiction, back and forth. They coexist, and one comes from the other and back and forth.
Yeah.
And spiritually, you lack the spiritual practice. You don't want to meditate. You don't want to think about being yourself. So,
Right. So how do we realign our chakras? Well, first and foremost for me is going out to nature. I like being in the yard. I spend a lot of time gardening, putting my fingers in the dirt and my toes in the dirt. I love to water the plants. Anything to do with the garden, I pretty much love to do it. So that's kind of my bliss and makes me feel good. The oh, I lost mine. Oh wow.
You also like meditation.
But I'm totally missing my page. I don't know what happened to my last page. So, nevertheless, meditation, yoga, mantras. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Breath work, in particularly the alternate nose breathing. That is really good for balancing the right and left side of your brain. So that helps keep you in balance. There's chakra meditations out there. I have one by Kelly somebody, I can't think of her last name, that I've been doing for years, and but they're all over any music app you have. You can find different meditations that will help you do that. Visualizing, I use visualization in my method, which I'm going to get to in a moment. Tapping, I don't know if you've ever heard of tapping, but it's a modality that releases tension and helps open all your energetic meridians. And the question over here, are the chakras related to acupuncture too? Yes, in the way that it is dealing with the meridians, like in Chinese medicine. It all overlaps, really.
Right.
So
And they put the needles where it's going.
No,
to...
I'm talking about tapping, not acupuncture.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, tapping.
I thought you were answering the question.
So and energy healing, of course. Energy healing, like Heather and I are known to do on occasion. For the last 10 years.
Exactly.
We do a lot of work in helping people align their chakras. We don't talk about it with them, but that's part of what we do.
The whole time we're working.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. And there are, I'm sorry.
There's also crystals that you can work with. Crystals. They're crystals that belong with each vibration, each chakra, that are particularly helpful to work with for individual chakra work. Then there's color and sound healing as well.
Now keep it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are all sorts of practitioners. You can go to different fairs and find them. There are ones that are energy healers, like us. There are chakra healing people. There are people who use color to heal. And those people who use sound. I mean, you listen to their frequencies to heal whatever it is. You can find them in these fairs sometimes.
Yeah, psychic fairs, and they're all over the country. But then again, YouTube, internet, there's a
bunch of different people.
There really is.
Yes.
So clearing your chakras is actually helping to clear your whole body, energy body, and keep things flowing and working properly. So my technique for that is when I meditate, and it's just really part of my everyday meditation, is when I sit down, I connect to Mother Earth. I send energy from my first chakra straight down into the middle of Mother Earth to her heart. And I send energy straight through my seventh chakra up to the galactic center. They connect at my heart chakra, and it just fills my body full of energy. And you can feel it as it goes up and down your spine. And it's like a tune-up. Yeah. It's like an energy tune-up, and it feels great, and it makes me think that my chakras are all open and flowing properly as they should. And that's just FYI. That's how I do it. If that works for you, that'd be great.
And if you want to know some of the things that we would do to prove to ourselves that we were actually cleaning them out, is when we would imagine the color. It would depend on how bright it was as to how cleaned out it was.
Exactly.
If it was ready to go for the sacral, if you're looking at orange, there it goes.
And when I'm running that energy through up and down my spine, I can see each and every chakra and its brilliant light spinning, so that it appears that they're all working properly.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I go through up and down.
Yes, exactly.
So,
We've already answered the one question that we got, so we're good.
oh, good. Next week we're going to discuss soul contracts and free will.
That should be exciting.
Yes, they actually work together.
So, do you think we have card cam back? Do you think we? I'm going to check card cam and see if we've got that back, so we can read some cards before we go.
Right.
Let's see. Nothing's happening, but we can put them down here, or I'll hold them for you to the screen. Okay.
That's good. We're good. These cards also are from Rebecca Campbell, and these are like spirit cards. So these are to tell us what we need to do next. So when we get done today, we'll know where to go.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
What our next steps are going to be.
What our next steps are going to be.
Energy to guide us.
Yes.
I like that.
Okay, the first card is protection. Again, they're saying still call back your power. Don't keep giving it away.
Cool.
The next one is the warrior woman. Have you answer your deepest calling. Okay? So call back you need to work on your deepest calling and call back your energy so you can get it done. And then you have mirror. Take a look at what is triggering you or upsetting you and see what you can do about it.
Cool.
So,
beautiful cards for the day.
yes.
So thank you guys for joining us today.
Yes, we hope you enjoyed yourselves.
We hope you enjoyed yourselves and will come back for Tuesday's show. We look forward to seeing you again. And
Yes.
I guess that's it for today.
Lots of love and unconditional love.
Sending lots of love and light your way.
And
Have
please-
a wonderful weekend.
Right, and please remember to click
Like, subscribe,
Yep.
and share.
Thank you.
Thanks again. Love
Have a
you
good day.
guys. Take care. Thanks everybody in the chat. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, closing button isn't working. I think all our buttons died. Okay, we are going to close with just an off.
Bye.
You're going to have to do it over there. Technical issues. Bye-bye. What?